Hi there, my name is James Nook, and I'm a filmmaker based out of Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. I'm talking to you at the History International Film Festival, Austria, about my film, which is being shown here, The Little Church That Could. This is a documentary I did during my last year of film school here in Newfoundland about the Anglican Church inside my historic hometown of Placentia, Newfoundland and Labrador. It's a prime historic destination for any tourists here. We got history tying back to the English, the French, the Basque, even some Austrian heritage here as well. It can be all tied back to the town of Placentia, but a lot of it can also be tied to this small Anglican church. History and religion had a big part in the development of Placentia in general, and up until recently, this Anglican church was very overlooked by the majority of people inside the community of Placentia and just any tourists in general, although there is so much history inside that building. I worked with the Historical Society for a number of years at their museum, which is located next door, and I knew that once this building was decommissioned and no longer registered as a church, that the Historical Society would then take it up and then preserve it as best as they can. They're doing excellent work, and they're now renovating it, turning it into an open space available for anyone to use for concerts, events, lectures, anything at all, saving this historic building from destruction. I'm very, very passionate about history. I love it. I'm so happy that they took up the mantle and have saved the building, because if they didn't save it, who's to say that it would be destroyed or renovated? Who knows? It's impossible to tell, but I'm very glad that they saved it, because this is one of the most important buildings in Placentia, in my honest opinion. And not only that, but just the world. It has ties to the royal family. It has ties to all the military that have been here. King William IV, King George III, they have ties to that building of St. Luke's. And when I was approached to do a documentary for my final year of film school here, I thought it was a no-brainer to do it about St. Luke's. So there's so much just outside of this documentary that I could go on for ages and ages about, but it is, if anyone at all is passionate about history, they'll appreciate St. Luke's and the preservations that have gone through. Because not only is the building historic, the whole graveyard itself, there are gravestones that can be dated back to the 1600s, but there's probably even older ones that are almost impossible to date, but more than likely even the 1500s. And for North American history, that is saying a lot, considering North America was discovered by the Europeans not long before that. So I hope everyone gets a good understanding of this building and Newfoundland history in general. And I hope all of you learned something new out of this, because that's the beauty of history, is preserving the past and teaching the future generations. And in turn, teaching everyone something that they didn't know before. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and without further ado, here is The Little Church That Could.